Hello, EXPS 420 students, Jeff Bouwman here, and I am going to quickly explain the large scale cells and graphic organizers activity. In this activity, what I'm looking for is I would like you to find a way to help students really understand both plant and animal cells and get a closer look at them. And most of the time when we set up lab, we have microscopes out and we have the slides and we let kids, kind of figure out how to move the table and raise and lower the slides and look at them through different powers and things like that. And sometimes when we don't have that, the only thing that students get to look at is something like this out of a book or a pictorial model that we provide or something that we find on the internet. We provide them a whole bunch of pictures and we have them look at all of these pictures, if you will. Now, my question is, how do we move this information from the Dory brain into the Marlin brain, the short-term memory to the long-term memory? And sometimes just looking at a picture of a cell it's not really engaging, if you will, okay? So for this activity, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to find a way to make students better understand cells. I want them creating larger models of cells. Of course, they're not real because they're not microscopic. We're going to make them bigger so we have a better understanding of them. Now, we might want to have students making a concrete model, or you might want to have them making large drawings or assembling a larger cell using paper, whatever you want to do. So for this activity, for your 20 points, what I'd like you to do is come up with an action plan and maybe provide some examples of how you would take smaller images of cells like this and make them large. Now, another thing too, according to Dr. Marcia Tate, one of her top 20 best practices is graphic organizers. In your action plan, you also have to incorporate a graphic organizer of some type, your choice, okay? So long story short, summary, here we go. Find a way to have students create large scale cells, both plants and animals. You can find different examples of them. You might want to find these, put them on a Google Doc, explain your thought process. And then you also have to include a graphic organizer that you would use in this activity, this lab with your students. Again, kind of explain to me what you're going to use that graphic organizer for. This is not a gotcha assignment. This is me trying to see how creative you are as educators, and I want to see what you can come up with for your future students, okay? So the topic is cells, make them big, use a graphic organizer, develop an action plan. However you choose to do this, turn it in. If it looks awesome, you get 20 points. And that's what you need to do. It's time to start getting science done. That's what I'm looking for in this lab. Plan it up, make it awesome. Email me if you have questions. Thanks for watching this tutorial.